Hello, hello, hello. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. That's right. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back on here one more time. So, happy Memorial Day. But I want to come on. My name is Vicky, for those who don't know me, to share my beautiful journey that I am excited to be on. Things happen for a reason. At first, I was just upset and disappointed to be diagnosed with uh, diabetes. And I thought about all the bad things, the horrible things, all the news that people was telling me, the horror stories, and you name it. I was just depressed and sad, and I'm like, why me? Why do I have to get it? But sometimes God places things on you to really get your attention. And I truly believe that. I'm not saying that we serve a bad God. I'm saying that we serve an awesome God. He's awesome. So God knows exactly what we need, and He's always there. It reminds me of the story of Job, when the devil had to get permission to put his hands on Job. And that's what happened. I truly believe that's what happened to me. The devil had to get the Lord's permission, God permission, to put his hands on me so we can go through this journey to come out on the other side, to come out and tell our glorious story. We have to go through the trenches and the valleys and the highs and the lows, and we have to experience a lot of things, but it's going to be okay. So today, for those who don't know me, I always come on and share my health journey. So today I was at Sprouts. And I love Sprouts. I miss my Whole Foods, so that is my number one store. But I was at Sprouts today, and I picked up some items, and I did do a video on that on Facebook. So it was on Facebook. If you're looking at Facebook, go to Determined But Not Defeated health page of mine, and you will see everything that I had picked up. So I was excited to be in there at Sprouts and everything. So I picked up some new water, and I'm excited to show you guys. I'm so excited. So I got it by me right here. Let me show you. Saratoga water. And when I got in my car, I popped the cap open, and I turned it up. And some water you have to acquire the taste. But this water here was so smooth, and it did not have an aftertaste. It did not have no taste that make you say, ugh. It was so good, and you can see where I have been drinking it. It is so good. So I wanted to share that. And also, I had to get me a refill on my sea moss, because I had ran out of sea moss. So this time they changed the jars on me. And I was like, this don't look like the sea moss that I've been having, because it had a large label on it to where I can see it. But sit down, have a seat, baby. That's my little puppy. She knows when I am busy or doing something, and she's not getting attention, so she has to get mommy's attention. But anyway, I'll be back with her in a few minutes. So yeah, I was in there, and I kept looking for my elderberry, and I said, where is my elderberry? I cannot find my elderberry. So I kept picking up the jar, and finally it was small print that said elderberry, and I had asked the young lady to go and see if they had any, and she was getting ready to go to the back. She said, give me 1 second. So I said, okay. Then I looked, it was just a small print, and I'm like, oh, let me catch her. So I called her and I told her that was okay. And I got home, so I bought me 2 jars. I tried the immune system for the very first time. I have to learn how to acquire the taste on that. But I did purchase that in the elderberry, so I do have the elderberry, which I know the taste is good on that. But to make a long story short, I went on and I said, you know what, I can do it in the mornings when I get up. I can do my smoothies. I can just put some in there, you know, just a spoonful, a teaspoon of the sea moss, and put it in there. Or I can do a shake, put it in there, and be satisfied. Or I can just put it in my juice. So I'm like, okay. And it's for the immune system, and it has like over 10 minerals or more in there. And so I'm gonna try that in the morning. I did take a teaspoon of it when I got home, and I was like, oh, I got to acquire the taste, but I would get used to it. And it wasn't, the price wasn't bad at all. It was under $40. So I have purchased it at Sprouts. This may be my 4th time maybe purchasing it. Sit down, sit down, have a seat, sit down. Okay, so I'm just excited. And then I didn't get time to really shop the way I wanted to shop because I was running errands and doing 2 or 3 different things at one time before the stores closed. Then I got a late start, so I kind of just sit around today and rest, because I think rest is good for us. Rest, we need rest, and it's good for us, especially if you're a diabetic. It is good for you to rest and get all the rest that you need. We need at least 6 to 8 hours of rest. And speaking of rest, it's getting close to my bedtime, so I'm gonna have to speed this up so I can get my 8 hours. I try to get my 8 hours in, but if I get 7 tonight, that'll be great. I noticed, you know, some posters that I have been reading when some of us are on this journey, and sometimes we get sidetracked, you know, and I try to encourage somebody not to give up. Don't give up because people begin to say things about you since you done lost weight, that you look sick, you look bad, you know, you look older, you know. Shame on them, you know, because I can sympathize with you, because I know that I work real hard to try to do the right thing and reverse diabetes. You know, I'm on this journey as well, and the journey is not easy. You know, it's not easy living with diabetes, you know. And on top of that, it's a lot of things you have to eliminate when you get diagnosed as a diabetic. You know, it's a lot of foods that you're going to have to cut out and learn how to substitute those foods for healthy foods, you know. So I read this post, and this young lady, she was down in her spirit. I mean, like, how can somebody, put them down in their spirit, saying that you look so sick, and you look better when you was, overweight. You look better when you was healthy. You had some meat on your bones. You had some meat on you, now your bones. How can someone say that? And, that's just so cruel. And I began to pray with her, and I said, you know what? I told about my story when I had lost a lot of weight back in 2006, 2008. One of the two, I had lost some weight, and people began to say cruel things to me, and they didn't understand that I was sick. I was really sick. And so they started saying some things. If a good wind come by, you'll be caught up in the wind, So those words hurt, words hurt. And just be careful about what you say to people, even if you know the full story, it's still wrong. So be nice to someone, because you will want them to return the favor to you. We never know what we're going to go through, or what we're going to be diagnosed with. But when it happens to us, we want to make sure that we keep ourselves up, and be in good spirits. That's important, on this journey as a diabetic, to be in good spirits. You got to keep your spirits up, despite of what people say or do to you. You have to keep it up. It's very important that you keep it up, and because if you don't, then your immune system will go down. And make sure that you drink plenty of water. This liter of water is good, to drink at least a liter or more every day. If you have to substitute it, add this water to it, the ice water, and add some, and put the flavor in there, and just, do what you have to do. You have to be creative, being a diabetic. You have to figure out some things and be creative. And the most thing I'm aware of when I go shopping, and I try to look at the carbs and the sugars. That's my biggest thing. Looking at carbs and sugar. Stop. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Looking at the carbs and the sugars and the things that I purchase, to make sure that it's not too many carbs. It's not, if it is sugar, I want to at least have, and that's too much, at least 3 grams. But I prefer 0 grams of sugar. But, you can't get that all the time. And I want to have the lowest carbs as possible as well. So I just wanted to pop on here, and just to encourage someone to keep on keeping on, no matter what. People are going to be people. That's what I can say. People are going to be people, and who knows what they're going through. That's not your problem, but you just try to stay focused on you, and be encouraged no matter what. This morning I got up, and I was just thanking the Lord and blessing the Lord for, letting me stay on this journey this long. And I began just to put on meditation music, put on some soft, mellow music, anything that will hype your spirit up and give you a good vibe, and stay positive, stay positive, and surround yourself with positive people. And another thing that I do, I used to just stay on social media all the time. That was just taking up too much time. But then, before I started this journey, I kind of started winging myself away from social media because it was taking up too much of my time. So now I go on, make my post, and I come off. Make these videos that I put up and come on off. So I don't stay on social media like I used to, and that's a good thing for me. So I'm being very cautious about a lot of things, about a lot of people. I'm just learning to stay and do my self-care and just focus on things are good and pure and perfect and things above, and just doing me. That's just the bottom line. So Philippians 4:8, it just say, think up on these things. Things are good, pure, and just a good report. And the list goes on and on and on. So we have to keep our mind and our spirit clear from chaos and clear from all this mess that people try to pour out on us and dump on us. Isn't that strange that people will call you and dump their stuff on you, and you be trying to, get yourself together over here, then somebody call you and just dump all their stuff on you, and you like, man, why did I listen to that? Why? I just should have hung up or made up an excuse and just, just told them goodbye. But sometimes we just sit there and just listen to the mess, let them dump like we're a trash can or disposable garbage. And we shouldn't do that because it's not healthy for us, because we all go through something. But we have to also guard our spirit from all this chaos and all this mess that people try to dump on us, because living in this world is tough enough, and the things that we go through is tough enough. So be cautious and be careful about your surroundings, about the people you let come into your life, because I had to do some cleanup. I was the cleanup woman, not the other cleanup woman, but I had to clean my spirit out and quit letting people just dump their problems on me. And another thing that I was worse at is trying to fix everybody and fix everything. I would just tell them, okay, baby, what's the problem? Come on, talk to mama. Or, because I had a lot of kids, like my cousin says, you just claim people kids. And my son used to say that as well. But now I'm just like, I can't do it no more. I love people, but I can't carry everybody's baggage. I can't carry everybody's baggage. Stop it. You're not getting in my lap. No. You're small enough. No. So I have to learn how to take care of me. I have to learn how to take care of me and learn how to say no on a lot of things. I had to learn how to say no on a lot of things. So that's just how it is. And apparently Chloe's not going to let me stay on here long because she wants all the attention, bless her heart. And so that's about it. Just learn how to manage everything. So my juice fast will start in the morning. I have gotten some more fruits And I have a big old melon, watermelon. It was so huge. That thing was so huge. I could not carry it. And I had to ask somebody for help. Can you please help me to my apartment and put this in here? So the young man said, yes, ma'am. He grabbed my bag, and he was struggling with it. But it is seeded. It is seeded. I do not eat no kind of watermelon if it's not seeded. I don't eat grapes if they not seeded. You know, it has to be seeded. So anyway, that's another story to that. But I just want to come on here, and y'all have a good night. Good night, everyone. And make sure you give me a thumbs up. And make sure you follow me. And make sure you share. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye-bye. Bye.